Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. Polkadot continues to be in the pattern that we identified already a few days ago. No change really to the wave count, no change to the assumptions here at the moment. We still hold the 78.6 retrace, which is basically the retracement of that wave 1 that occurred between the 16th of March and the 18th of March, basically counting it as wave 1, a 5-wave move. We then came down in a corrective fashion, did it in a very similar way as we already did it back here. This was on the between the 6th of March and the 10th of March. So looking at a very, very similar pattern. At the time, this was an ending diagonal. We talked about that. They are typically rare as expanding diagonals, but they do occur in this kind of pattern. It's a pattern of exhaustion, but in this pattern, every wave is longer than the previous wave. And we see that same pattern basically again. We're basically, I mean, it's too early to say that this is gonna how it will play out, right? But just be aware that it looks like we could be where we were here. Yeah. It just looks very similar. It just does. So let's see. I mean, nothing stopping it from making another low and then breaking out, but eventually these are patterns, for example, like descending wedges. You call it a descending broadening wedge. That would be non-Elliott Wave language, but they typically break to the upside. Not always, but I've seen enough examples to say in the vast majority break indeed to the upside. And yeah, you get your odd fake out. That, you know, that's part of the game. But yeah, it could be a wave 2 correction here, and I mean ending diagonal not as the wave 2, but the wave C in the wave 2 could be the ending diagonal, of course, right? There are, however, different possibilities. I mean, I could even say that, you know, this wave 2 might still be unfolding. That's why we don't want to get too confused. So at the moment, I can count this as a 1-2 setup. Yeah. I can, as long as we're holding 597. But below that level, I will have to reset this wave 2. And then, you know, this is sort of the fallback scenario. We've got that scenario on many, many crypto charts. There is no way of saying, okay, it's this 1-2 that is already finished, and now we are in the 1-2, and this is going to work out, or are we still in the larger 1-2 setup? So first scenario would be, and that is what you see imminently on the chart, that we have this 1-2 setup, which occurred between the 10th of March and the 15th of March is finished. We're now in this third wave, and in the third wave we have a 1-2, and with 3, 4, 5 still to follow. So, but this would need to break up basically now, because it should not drop below 598, because if it does, this whole setup will get unreliable. The fallback scenario, which is absolutely likely as well, would be that we moved up in a wave 1. We came down in 3 waves, so it could just have been an A wave, which did lead to an overshooting B wave, absolutely possible. And we're now coming down in an ending diagonal in a C wave, in 5 waves, possibly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe one more leg down. Yeah, you can never rule that out. Ideally, a C wave here should go below the low of the A wave, so we're looking at a break ideally below 577. But in this scenario, the yellow support area is holding, or should be holding. So simply said, in the very short term, ideally we're holding 597, or you could say that Wednesday low here, that was actually at 593. A drop below that would lead to the fallback scenario, and then that's the more relevant one in my opinion, looking at the higher level. And as long as we're holding 546, we have to, we can expect higher. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that wave 2 here as well, 2 question mark, because it is very much the case across the market that it could be that this wave 2 was never finished. But see, there are different options, different possibilities. It depends on, are the bulls strong enough to hold this orange support area? If not, we are falling back into the yellow one. But below 546, things are going to get a little bit difficult, yeah, because the bullish case will get questioned. Now, if we look at the length of the wave 1, we go to the low of the last wave 2. I mean, this might shift targets to the upside, might shift a little bit depending on how low we really go. But certainly you'd be looking at the 1.618 extension of around $8 for this third wave, based on the latest low which we had. Yeah, that's my update about DOT. So pretty much no movement at all, just a little bit of volatility. Let's see if we will see a breakout here to the upside eventually. And the signal that this third wave is starting would of course be a break above the trend line. So what I mean is we are bound by the pattern. As long as we don't see a break above the trend line, we can't really confirm that this third wave has started. All right, that's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.